Good morning, YouTube. It's your boy Zulu Gullah. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Give me a second. Got to take care of a quick task. Then we're going to get into it. We already in the whip on the way to work. Let me shoot down here real quick. Give me a second. All right, I'm back this way. All right, let's get into it. Get a little closer. Got a little traffic too. But I have been extremely busy. I'm getting ready to go to Ethiopia. I need to be careful with these streams when I schedule them and be wanting to put them together for y'all, and then I'll wind up getting busy and can't do them. I keep postponing them and postponing them. Sorry for that. But I really do work out here. I really work. Um, I don't make no living off YouTube. You know, it'd be nice to blow up and all that, but I'm not aggressively or predatorily trying to sell you something. You know, I would be more comfortable with just naturally, gradually, over time, maybe doing something with YouTube on a, you know, earning level, professional level combined. But right now, I'm out here every day in the regular world. But I do share, you know, my experiences with y'all, you know, what I know. Um, Doing the stream of why I'm done with the black culture, I had to expand upon a very, a very dire reason. And people want to try to tell you to not so much focus on race. They complain about being politically correct 1 second or politically sensitive, but then when there is a real issue that is race specific, race pertinent, they don't really want to hit hard on it. They'll mention it in a way to where um, it's breezed over rather quick, and then they try to lollygag into some other, you know, subject, but they don't really want to hit hard on the fact that our community sucks, and it's not just the women. But what makes it dangerous to you is nobody's telling you how to view both genders in your community. as far as how the red pill applies to both except me, right? Our community has zero respect for culture, tradition, gender role based systems, morals, and principles. It is hard to have a black woman. Get ready to be 43 years old. I love black women all my life. I went against advice of great friends in the past telling me to leave black women alone. I literally had one of my best friends from Detroit. I think I told you about him before. He told me I would have to leave the country or get a white woman. That the way black women are would not work for me. Now, it was great advice. He was absolutely right. I think he, at the time, maybe didn't know, like I know now, though, that black men are part of the black men are part of black women's problem too. But guys don't want to hear that. I'm gonna tell you how they're part of the problem. Overall, the BW, the black woman, is going to be an issue for you as a heterosexual male because you want a woman within the black community as a black man, primarily, first and foremost. Now things change over time, like such as what just happened to me. The conditions, the risk, and the dangers have only allowed me to only deal with women sparingly. And when I say sparingly, I mean like it's gaps when I deal with them, and it's nothing serious, and I let them know up front, and I don't take no risk. I stay protected. Uh, I make them do STD panels, but I don't offer them nothing serious because I'm just past that point. I know I can't trust them. I can't trust them, and I won't get what I need out of it. I won't get the communication that I need. The average black woman is going to seek counsel, advice, and guidance from everybody on a favorable level before her man. Even if she has an issue with you, she is going to go to her friends, her co-workers, and even other dudes before she talks to you. She's supposed to talk to you right then and there that she feels something or something took place. She's supposed to immediately let you know first. Regardless of race, every man is his woman's first counselor. She is not to go to anybody with any issues before she comes to you. Black women don't do that. Black women are already indoctrinated. They have a mixture of information that they take in and it scrambles their brain. They can't organize it, format it, put it in a proper order or category, file it properly where it goes over here in this area in subject matter versus having all of them mixed together and then just trying to randomly debate or regurgitate or pull some information she heard somewhere where it doesn't apply and try to state it to you to convince you when you know she's talking crazy, she's dead wrong, she deserves a no, it's not logical, doesn't make sense, doesn't even go together. They believe in God, but don't follow the Bible. Some of them believe in God, go to church, take lots of time off church, go back to church. Uh, they say they're God fearing, but they don't fear God. These black women do a lot of dirt. They do a lot of dirt. They do a lot of dirt and laugh and giggle and make fun of the men that they play with every day. But they say they want to be treated good. They want to be respected. They claim they want a good man. It, that's on top of how they dress, their hygiene, their dress, fashion. Man, it's sad. And it's not just the street girls, it's the college girls, it's the professional girls. Let me correct myself. It's the college educated women, professional women, career women, working women, military women. It's all of them. They all digest the same information, or the majority of the same information. Now, you have been in a situation where you've been dealing with black women and dating. And I told you dating is demonic. It's incorrect. It is not the proper way to choose a mate. It is the devil's playground. It is people trying out multiple people, from sex to dates, for food, for gifts, for money, for activities, to cure boredom. They're trying out multiple people, and you step into that rotation. And you take a game of chance of wasting your money and time, feelings, emotions, hoping to be the one to get picked. Basically, you're belittling yourself. You're letting somebody know that they're better than you, and you have to prove yourself to them, and they get to play with everybody and you. And black women have been on steroids doing this to men, and have been lying, and have been the ultimate hypocrite, blaming everything on all men, even blaming black men for what white men did, and claiming men are dogs when they're more doggish. Black women have been doing a poly strategy on you guys for a long time within dating. And when I try to tell you guys these things, I've been telling guys these things for a minute, for a while, couple years on YouTube, but I've been telling guys in real life that I interact with, that I know, since my early 30s. Because when you think about dating, I used to grow up looking at the 80s and 90s dating scene and how they were portrayed with black people. And, especially when you got these new shows like Insecure. Just look at that show, Insecure. I didn't like that shit. I didn't like it because I already knew what was going on. I actually watched that show with my ex, and she's smiling and all into it and shit. And I'm like, damn, okay, they running from person to person. This is friendship, huh? And she was like, everybody ain't like you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, it ain't about everybody being like me. Like, this is what it's accepted. So I'm supposed to be cool with a female, and she runs from person to person at any given time, but it's all good when we see each other. And none of that matters in the end if she finally goes to the one she truly misses and loves. So I gotta go through all that to get love, right? When I can just get it right then and there by having a real conversation, like two adults, putting everything on the table, being truthful, getting to know each other. What do you got going on? Do you mess with any other people? You know what I'm saying? Can you get rid of your other people? Can you get off the apps? Can you get off the dating sites? You know what I'm saying? A step further, when you go to marriage, we on the same phone plan, no separate emails, all that shit, right? But they don't want to do that. They truly don't want to do the right thing. And then their idea of fun is going out and doing some deviant shit late at night. Women are like cats. You don't stay out late at night or when you won't least expect when they're moving. My last girlfriend claimed to be feminine, and she had natural beauty and didn't wear makeup, but she wore a lot of urban fashion and shit. I was like, "Where's the dresses and shit?" If you claim to be feminine, only thing feminine about her was her natural beauty, outside of how she dressed, and how she would get emotional. But she still had a masculine side, an aggressive mouth, stubborn, pig-headed, uncooperative, would bring back information from other people and try to, share it with you like it was something useful or valid. Disrupting relationship with opinions of other people or just outside influences. It's ridiculous, man. Now I want to tell y'all, when I first started getting to know this woman, I told her no other men, no male friends. You can have not slept with coworkers at your current job. Uh, there's no such thing as friends of the opposite sex. I don't really believe in it. If you had a childhood friend or something like that, never slept with them, never had no intimacy with them, that's different. But if you ever slept with somebody, if you ever went on a date with somebody, if you had some type of intimacy, it started out as a sexual, physical, dating interest, attraction like that, that's not a friend. That's an associate. That is uh, a potential intimate partner. This lady told me I don't have male friends here. I have male friends back home where I'm from, and I see them on Facebook, right? Now, I can tell you that was nice when I seen that phone ring, light up at night. I didn't look at the phone. I didn't spy in it. You be laying there in the bed, and you see the phone light up at certain times of the night. You know it's not family, and you know it's not from the job. Sometimes in the wee hours of the morning, early in the morning, then you got, if y'all don't live together, you got the times where you call and text and you don't hear from her until the next day, like in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? Disappearing acts. I told you about going to the bowling alley and a dude recognizes her and it becomes awkward and embarrassing to her and they can't talk or say anything to each other and they're trying to play it off, or one's trying to talk and the other one's signaling no, 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 because they don't want to get caught. Then you get a phone call when you're not supposed to get a phone call from somebody and try to hide it and make a fake double phone call to play it off. This is why I'm getting into why they are the worst and why also other men contribute to it, right? As soon as I break up with her, all of a sudden she has male friends that she told me she didn't have locally here right now. And this ain't specifically about her. This is just my experience with the everyday, average, modern black woman. They are always active with the opposite sex when you meet them. And you have to submit and swallow your pride to get into some type of unhealthy competition to pull them away from the opposite sex they're already dealing with. Even when they say they're single, they're not single. They're really not single. If they're having sex, they're not single. It's a relationship nonetheless, but they're not single. It's just not the typical promoted relationship. And people want to like, oh man, you're gonna have to compete. No, I don't. I don't have to compete like that, and I don't have to submit myself or prove myself to a woman just to get her to stop messing with another dude and come and mess with me. I really don't even want to deal with that at all. Like, who wants to share a woman? What grown man, what upright, solid, grown, masculine man wants to share a woman with another man? It's fucking weird. And what man wants to step into a situation where you have to overlap with another man? His time and maybe uh, the time he has with her, she's juggling it between you two, and he may have slept with her within a week or so that you have maybe the same day. Who wants to do that? And see, these are the men that are simps that get friend zone and don't know how to use the friend zone to go to her other friends. Like if you in the friend zone, if a woman friend zone you supposed to be cool with her, get invited to her parties and get together and mess with one of her friends or family members. She's lost. You didn't lose, she lost. You're supposed to turn the tables. But these dudes play the friend zone, offer dates. Hey, come out, play pool with me. Da 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 da. They never go away. She lies and says that she don't have them. She has them hidden in apps, emails, and sites and social media groups. She's got discrete profiles. Now this is pretty much all American women, but the black woman's tactics is on steroids. It is on steroids. And it's been like it for a long time. That's why they're in the situation they're in. That's why a lot of these black women have multiple baby daddies and lead in being a single mother. They've been playing games like this for a minute, and then they be hollering it's the man's fault. Now they've been juggling men for a minute, and then when they wind up having a baby by the dude who probably had the best sex, best D to him, but he was the broke, unproductive dude, and he becomes the one that's on child support and the deadbeat. They want to put a whole story out there like it's the man's fault. It's them. It is them. There are men that contribute. There are whoremonger men, covet men who don't care about nobody and just want to run amok in the streets that you have to watch out for that fit into this criteria. I'm telling you right now, man, messing with a black woman as far as trying to date her and take her serious and be open to expressing your feelings and giving her access to your resources and time, and you doing stuff for her on a romantic level, you setting yourself up for death. That's how extreme it is. A woman's not supposed to be dealing with multiple men. A woman is supposed to be clinging to one quality man. A woman is supposed to be following under the leadership of that one quality man. She is supposed to be seeking counsel of that one quality man first and foremost before everybody. She is supposed to go to you before she go to God, before she go to her uh, other family members. She's supposed to go to you. She's supposed to go to your family members, then to God, and maybe her family. She's not even supposed to go to her friends, definitely not co-workers or other men. See, the communication ladder is disrupted. Not just her behavior pattern and where her loyalty lies, but the communication ladder is disrupted. I just broke down the communication ladder to you. And there should be more listening versus her talking and staying calm. Anytime a woman can't talk civilly and calmly to you, she'll never have peace in life. You guys, if you guys, they can talk about passport bros all they want to. I agree, all passport bros ain't got it right. And all passport bros aren't doing it the way it's supposed to be done. I agree. But one thing I do know is nobody's gonna tell me to date. Nobody's gonna tell me to date. And nobody's finna gas me up to be running around kicking some mumbo jumbo game. And nobody's finna tell me to deal with an American woman, and nobody's finna tell me to take an American black woman serious. Revelations has to happen for me to even deal with another American black woman on a concubine level. These women smoke weed, they smoke cigarettes, they like nightlife, they like the company of other men, multiple men, even when in relationships, even when they know they're crossing boundaries and breaking bridges, they hide other men in various ways. They talk about you in secret to other men. They talk about you in secret to their girlfriends. They make fun of you in secret. They talk about you to your coworkers. They respect their bosses and managers more than you. They have a complete false sense of God. They do not know natural order. They don't respect natural order. Their communication skills stink. They don't understand men. They don't value you. They hate you. They're angry at you, but then they want to interact with you in order to attain resources, money, to get things from you to make their life easier. They want to use you. And they all want D. Those who have discovered D that aren't virgins and have not had so many sexual partners. After so many sexual partners, they want D. D works wonders. You guys got to be careful, man. Like when I approach a black woman and the conversations that I have with a black woman, I'm telling you, they tell me I felt like I filled out an application. You're going to feel like that with me. You're not coming up to me saying you're interested in me, or if I initiate the conversation and you entertain it, I'm going to ask you questions that you're not ready for. I tell them I don't date. They be like, "What do you do?" I court. Well, dating is courting is a part of dating. No, it's not. It's two separate things. They don't even go together. You know. And when I explain to them, like, they don't know the true definition of anything. They be using these words and don't know the true definition of anything. And they be mixing and matching a bunch of bullshit. Like I was telling you at the beginning of the stream, stuff don't be making sense. They're carnal, man. They just go for what they want and try to make that shit sound good. You can't get these women to cook it all, let alone cook healthy meals that would benefit them and you and the rest of the family. Nobody would be overweight. Nobody would have high blood pressure, diabetes, and all that dumb shit. You can't get them to get in shape. You can't get them to stop doing shit like smoking weed and shit. Like I used to think a lot of people are stuck in teenage hormonal mode, but then I realized, well, a lot of people that smoke cigarettes, smoke weed, and drink and party on the weekend and shit, they're killing brain cells. These motherfuckers are fucked up. They don't even realize that they're killing so many millions of brain cells every time they do that shit, and it takes 8 to 10 years for those brain cells to replenish. So you have to stop immediately and go a whole fucking 10 years for every session that you kill brain cells. So you smoke weed for 20, 30 years, you'll never get those brain cells back. For every blunt you smoke, it takes 10 years to get those brain cells back. You'll never get them back. Drinking, whatever, any kind of substance. And they look at you like, I don't smoke. I don't party like it. I be in the house. I may step out twice, once or twice a month. If that, I go sometimes 2, 3 months without even going anywhere. Work home in the gym, early morning workouts, evening walks, jogging. I'm on the tennis court doing push-ups and shadow boxing and kicks, and people riding by and shit. They looking at me like, what the fuck going on? Anywhere I go, I'm a new face. I haven't drilled the same club with my face constantly. Women know I'm a new face when I walk in somewhere. I don't spread myself too thin. I can be in a relationship with a female and afford her peace, comfort, and I can go places in public with her and she will never be in an awkward situation or be embarrassed. Won't be a bunch of women pointing at me, talking about I'm a dog, I'm nasty, I'm this, I'm that. Won't happen. But you can't do that with no female, not the average black woman. You get in a relationship with the average black woman, go out in public, especially if you go to the nightlife, the popular places in town, it's gonna be 4 or 5 dudes, you in there looking stupid with her. Y'all guys be careful out here, man. These women, they done spread themselves too thin and they're dealing with multiple dudes. And it's a lot of dudes out here who don't care. It's a lot of dudes out here that willingly share a woman. They love sloppy seconds. They'll put their mouth right after another nigga put dick on them. They'll put their mouth on them. And these women think they can come and be all up in your face and shit like that after they do all this stuff in secret. They be in a relationship, a good relationship, and be itching to get back to the streets. This is what you're dealing with when you're dealing with a black woman, man. Every time that TV come on, it gets in her head. Every time one of them coworkers say something, it gets in her head. Every time one of her knucklehead family members or dusty female friends say something, it gets in her head. She don't know the true meaning of words. She don't look words up. She hears somebody say something, she take it at face value versus opening the fucking dictionary and reading what the word mean and how to properly apply the word to the use of her life or in a fucking sentence. This is what you get. They waiting for that cigarette to light up, that motherfucking Newport 100 menthol. They wait for that motherfucking backwood and that blunt to be rolled. They love this one. Let me take you out. We just friends. I'm gonna take you out anyway. Dumb nigga. Nigga been on hold for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, a year. Niggas have been on hold with females for years. Shit's crazy. Man, y'all better learn something, man. When these motherfucking YouTubers get up here and they doing these streams and they got these women guests and these women YouTubers and these women's all dressed up, they on panels and shit, they ain't no different than the motherfucking females they claim to be pointing the finger at. And then them niggas up there knowingly know men contribute to that bullshit too. Y'all be careful, man. Don't date. Don't mess with the American black woman. Don't mess with American women, period. Don't date. You court. You court and contract. You passport the right way. If you decide to deal with a woman over here, if she shows herself to be courtable, then you court and you don't let up. You don't be no tyrant, but you just be straightforward in a calm, serious voice with your questions. Are you talking to other men? Are you dating other men? Are you meeting up with other guys? Are you sleeping with somebody right now? Are you sleeping with multiple guys? Are you still in contact with your ex? Have you slept with a coworker at your current job? Do you have some dudes chasing you? How much do you like me? Can you get rid of all that? Are you on dating sites and apps? Are you on any adult sites? You know, how much social media do you got? Are you in social media groups? Do you got dudes that you talk to regularly in your DMs and your messages? How am I supposed to get to know you and develop a bond with you and a strong relationship with you with all those distractions and temptations? When's the last time you took an STD panel? If you're having sex with somebody, do y'all use protection? Vaginal and oral. Have you dealt with a lot of men in this current city that we live in? Can we go out in public and not run into various guys that you dealt with where the situation be either embarrassing or awkward? Would you let me know my surrounding when I'm out and about with you? Sexual history, body count. What type of sex have you had? Have you had threesomes? Have you been with a woman? Have you had sex with more than one guy in the same week, same day? Have you had a train ran on you? Have you had anal sex? Have you been to a swingers party? Have you been to a sex party? Have you slept with a married man before? Have you shared a man before with somebody that was in a relationship with somebody? You guys, man, you guys got to start. Confidence ain't got nothing to do with spitting game. Confidence got something to do with talking to a broad how she's supposed to be talked to, asking questions like that. That's what I be doing to these females. My ex screamed through the phone, "You think you perfect?" I'm like, nah, by no means, I'm not perfect. I just don't play games. So you got to be out here, man. That's part of leadership. Leadership starts immediately. Starts immediately. It's your boy Zulu Gutter, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment, man. I'm gonna get back at y'all later, man.